Astro Live is brought to you by, well, relatively no one. We do this show for free. But if you want to donate, I have no idea how you can donate. Yeah, I know how. You can buy subscriptions for people. Anyway, also, please, everyone that's listening, watching, experiencing, can you please tell friends about our YouTube page? Get people to appreciate all the highlights that Wes has been making. Get them into the culture. Let them know that this is a serious show with serious consequences. Anyway, Astro Live begins. Alright, this is a chart for Annie Boo Boo. Annie Boo Boo. Hey Annie. Wow, we're definitely moving. Annie, I'm gonna look at your chart right now for the first time. And the first thing that sticks out to me is your sun is in Leo in the 11th house, which means there's almost a polar dynamic because Aquarius is associated with the 11th house. Leo with the 5th, that they're polar opposites, that the individual and the collective will be a big part of your vitality and center of self. And then all of a sudden I look at your 12th house, which is the unconscious, the unseen world. I see Mercury and the moon in there in Virgo. I think you could be unconscious of the critical analysis of yourself. You really need to be paying attention to how you bring those unconscious self-criticisms into your body, into your life, how you absorb them. Also, your emotions, your thoughts might not be seen by everyone. It may be that you could be unconscious of what your emotions are sometimes, and therefore you want to scale back on who you are, but you're a Leo, so your lesson is learning how to be bold and forward within groups because it's the 11th house, to have other kindred spirits see who you are. Now, let's move forward even more. Your 5th house, your 1st house, your sense of identity, self-identity, has the North Node and Chiron, both in Libra. Annie Boo Boo, I'll tell you this. With a North Node in the 1st house, we can already say that it might be uncomfortable for you in this lifetime to assert who you are, to be a leader, to be direct. With Chiron there as well, we're talking about past wounds that might be there. Not to get too heavy with you, but I want to be honest with you. This all being in Libra only accentuates this dynamic of you as an individual and you seeing eye to eye with others. There is a general overcoming of wounds that need to be strengthened over time by understanding those wounds are there to bring your conscious energy to a point of strengthening. Over time, these will be the things that you show people indirectly. Have faith in who you are around people in ways you can't even see yourself. You're an influencer, not in the Instagram way, but in the person-to-person way, in the eye-to-eye way. And yet, look at this. Saturn in the 7th house. Eye-to-eye relationships. In Aries. That only emphasizes to me more that you might feel a limitation or restriction in one-on-one relationships, in interpersonal relationships, in being the leader, in being yourself, that your relationships seem to draw you into patterns that might inhibit you. I can tell you this, Steffi Puff. Don't shy away from those things. Learn to master them. Learn to master the art of relationship through reflection. Learn to be yourself boldly, warmly, regally, in front of groups of people. Your ideas are transformational. The ideas of your mind. Pluto in Scorpio in the 3rd house. Maybe they need to be shared. Generationally, you have Neptune and Uranus sandwiching the cusp of your 5th house. To me, that seems as though there's even more of an emphasis on creative expression, on procreation, on offspring. If you decide to have children, if you can have children, if you want to have children, they may be a bit unorthodox, and you might find that you need to set an example with them in who you are yourself. Instead of telling them what to do, you need to show them through your actions. Yowza. Is this too much, Steffi Puff? It's crazy town. No, Steffi Puff is commenting in. I know it's any boo-boo. Thanks, Wes. I appreciate that. But Steffi Puff has been commenting in chat. Yeah. I don't mean to get heavy, any boo-boo. But I can tell that you should have a boldness in relating in the world. Your sense of ambition and growth. The tree that bears the fruit in society hangs that fruit over communication. That's right, she speaks through you, Steffi Puff. Annie Boo Boo, have faith in the way you communicate that you can't see. Have faith that even though you don't understand your emotions, and they have sometimes, and that they have an influence on people, it doesn't mean that you should shelve those emotions or inhibit them or hide them. It's about mastering them. To understand that you deserve to lead in this world.